Hello student, in this video we will start the chapter number 8, that is how do organisms reproduce. In this video we will study some of the topic in detail. So the overview of this chapter, that is first of all we see the introduction, then types of the reproduction, later on modes of asexual reproduction, in that fission, fragmentation, regeneration, budding, vegetative propagation, then artificial methods of a vegetative propagation, benefits of the tissue culture, and then we will study in detail about the sexual reproduction. In that, we study the sexual reproduction in plant, then types of the plants, types of the flowers, structure of the flower, and also see the process of seed germination, and later on study about the reproduction in human being. In that, whatever the changes that is occurred during puberty time in the male and female. After that we start with the male reproductive system. In that we study about the male reproductive organ like testes and its function, vas deferens, urethra, and associated gland. Then we will study in detail about the female reproductive system. In that, ovary, oviduct or a fallopian tube, uterus, and then study about the fertilization of the egg. When the egg is fertilized, when egg is not fertilized, in both the condition we will see what is the next step is occur. Then after we study about the reproductive health. In that, STD means the sexually transmitted disease, and how can we prevent the reproduction means the method of the contraceptives. And at the last, the female particides. So let's start this chapter with the introduction part. The reproduction. First of all, we see the definition of the reproduction. Reproduction is the process by which living organisms produce a new individual, similar to themselves. It ensures the continuity of the life on the earth. Reproduction means to give a birth to young one. For example, parents give a birth of baby. So it is an example of the reproduction. Reproduction means it is the process by which the living organism, any living organism, produce a new individual similar to themselves, their young ones. It is ensured to continuity of life on the earth. By the reproduction, the continuity of the life is happen. Otherwise, it will be existent level. So the reproduction is the process by which the living organism produce a new individual. It's similar to themselves. Then we consider it as a reproduction. Means, for example, the cat give the baby of the cat. The dog give the young one, that is called the puppy. Now, the nucleus of the cell contains DNA, which is a heredity material. As we study in the ninth standard, the cell possesses the nucleus, and the nucleus possesses a heredity material that called the DNA. DNA means deoxyribonucleic acid, which is contain the information of the parent, and that information passed to the next generation by the reproduction just because the nucleus of the cell that contains the DNA, and this DNA possesses all the information, all the parental, or you can say the heredity information. So the nucleus of the cell contains DNA, means the deoxyribonucleic acid, which is the heredity material. This DNA replicates and forms a new cell, causing a variation. In the asexual reproduction, what happened? Only one parent is involved. So there is a very less chance to get variation. But if you are talking about the sexual reproduction, in that the two parents are involved. So the variation, or so the chances of the variety, chances of the character variation is more than the asexual reproduction. And this variation, how this variation is occurred? Due to the fusion of the male and the female gamete. This DNA replicates and form the new cell, and which cause the variation. So this new cell will be a similar but may not be identical to the original cell. It is a little bit similar, but it is not identical. Means it is not a carbon copy. It is not the same. You say the variation in it. So if asked for the variation of the organism, which things is required or which things is responsible, then the DNA is responsible for the variation in the sexual reproduction, and for the heredity material, for the transferring of the character from the one generation to the another generation. Also the DNA is responsible. That's why it is known as the heredity material of the cell. Now the next one, that is a variation, is why the variation is important. What are the uses of the variations? So the variation is useful. Why? Variation are useful for the survival of the individual and the species over a time, as well as a basis for the evolution. Now, what is the meaning of evolution? Evolution means a variation in the species. Due to the variation, the new species is arise. That is called the evolution. If the variation is not occur, then the evolution is not possible. And why the evolution is needed? For the maintaining, for the survival purpose, the evolution is required. So, the variation are useful for the survival of the individual and species over a time, as well as a basic for the evolution. Now let's see the types of the reproduction. According to mode of the reproduction, it is divided into the two types. One that is of asexual and another one that is of sexual reproduction. First of all, we see the asexual reproduction. Asexual means here only one parent take part in the reproduction system. So a single individual give a rise to a new individual. A single individual give a rise to a new individual This kind of reproduction is considered as a asexual reproduction. A single individual gives rise to the new individual is known as a asexual reproduction. In the asexual reproduction, gametes are not formed. Gametes, when the gamete is formed, when the two parents are take parts in the reproduction, then the gamete is formed and then the fusion process takes place. But in the asexual reproduction, only one parent is involved, so the gametes are not formed. The third point, that a new individual is identical to the parent. As I already say that in the asexual reproduction, there is a chance of the variation is very less because only one parent is taking part in the reproduction. So whatever the new individual arise, it is a same as a parent. It is a identical to the parents. We cannot see the most of the variation in the asexual reproduction. The next point, that it is extremely useful as a means of rapid multiplication. As here the only one parents take part in the reproduction, and it is generally occur in the primitive kinds of organism, a starting level kind of organism, not in complex kind of organism. So in this kind of reproduction, the rapid multiplication of the cell is occur. It is extremely useful as means of a rapid multiplication. Means in this, the time duration of the reproduction is less and the multiplication of the cells, means the reproduction is in a large amount. The next one, that is, it is adopted by the lower organism. As I told you, the most of the asexual reproduction occur in the, or you can say the adopted by the lower kind of organism. Let's revise asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction, in that a single individual give rise to a new individual, a gametes are not formed, new individual is identical to the parent, and it is extremely useful as a means of a rapid multiplication, and it is generally adopted by the lower organism. Now the next type of reproduction, that is of sexual reproduction. In the sexual reproduction, the two individuals are taking part in the reproduction, in that the one is a male and the another one, that is a female. So for the sexual reproduction, one male and one female are needed to give rise to new individual. That's why this kind of reproduction is known as sexual reproduction. And during this process, the gametes are formed. One gamete that is formed by the male and the another gamete that is formed by the female. The next point, that the new individual is genetically similar but not identical to the parents. Means here the two parents are taking parts in the reproduction, so the chances of the variation, chances of the new character, fusion of the new character will arise. So due to that, the new individual is genetically similar, but it is not similar at like identical as we see in the asexual reproduction. So the new individual is genetically similar but not identical to the parents. Next one, that it is useful to generate a more variation in the species. As I told you that there is a lots of chance of the variation in the sexual reproduction, because in the sexual reproduction the fusion between the two male and the female gametes, so both the characters are fused with each other and then that character is transferred to the next generation. So the chances of the variation is more as compared to the asexual reproduction. So it is a useful to generate a more variation in the species. If the more variation is there, then it is also useful for the evolution. and this process is generally adopted by the higher organism like humans and complex kind of organism. Now let's see the modes of the asexual reproduction, means the types of the asexual reproduction. In that we will study the first mode of asexual reproduction, that is of fission. The first one, that is the parent cell divides into a daughter cell. In the fission what happened? The parent cell is divided into the daughter cell. In that we study the binary fission and the multiple fission. Bi means two. Binary fission means two. The two cells are formed from the one parent cell. Then it is called the binary fission. The two cells are formed from the parent cell is called the binary fission. For example, amoeba. Amoeba is the example of the binary fission. Here you can see in the figure binary fission in the amoeba. The amoeba, first of all, the cytoplasm is divided, and then after later on the nucleus is divided, and from the one parent cell the two new individual cell are produced. So this is called the binary fission in amoeba. Now the next type of the fission kind of asexual reproduction, that is of multiple fission. In the binary fission we see that the two cells are formed, but in the multiple fission the many cells are formed. For example, the plasmodium. In the plasmodium the multiple fission is occur. Here you can see that at a time the more than 2 to 4, or you can say the maximum number of the cell is produced. So this kind of reproduction, asexual reproduction, called the multiple fission of the asexual reproduction, and this generally happen into the plasmodium. Now the next type, that is of fragmentation process. It is also a one type of asexual reproduction. The fragmentation process the organism breaks up into a smaller pieces upon a maturation. Each piece develops in a new individual. For example, the Spirogyra. Suppose one piece of which is developed, which is matured one. After that, this piece broken down. Then after whatever the broken part, here you can see, this is the one piece of the Spirogyra. It is a mature one. Whenever it is broken down from the middle, then it is a work as an individual, and again it is give rise to another cell, and it is a develop. So this kind of reproduction, asexual reproduction, is known as a fragmentation process reproduction, and this is generally seen in the Spirogyra. The next type of asexual reproduction, that is of regeneration. Regeneration means if the organism is somehow cut or broken into the many pieces. So the each piece grows into a complete organism. For example, planaria and the hydra. Regeneration means if the organism is somehow cut, or you can say the broken into the many pieces. So the each of the piece grow as an individual and complete the rest of the body. So that kind of asexual reproduction comes under to the regeneration part. For example, planaria and the hydra. Here you can see in the figure that here one planaria is that it is cut it down into the three pieces. So this all the three pieces, suppose this is the mouth. So this mouth is reproduce the other portion which is not present in that, means the tail portion is regenerated. Whereas in the second part only the middle portion is there. So what happened? This middle portion regenerate the mouth as well as the lower portion of the body. If the tail portion piece is there, then it is reproduce the upper portion, means the mouth portion. So, and after that regeneration, all these piece is become a mature one. It is all become into the, it is able to develop the whole body, like you can see in this figure. So this is the example of the regeneration, and this regeneration is generally seen in the hydra and the planaria. Now the next type of fission, that is of budding. Budding means by the formation of the bud, the reproduction is occur. In that a bud is formed which develops into the tiny individual. It detaches a form a parent body upon a maturation and develops into a new individual. So this kind of reproduction comes under to the budding asexual type of reproduction, and the example that is of hydra. Here you can see on the body of the hydra one bud is formed. This bud is later on developed. This bud is developed into the baby bud, and after this maturation of this bud, this bud is separate from the parent body, and then after it is a work as an individual. It is a separated out from the body and develop as an individual. So this is the example of the budding in the hydra. Now let's revise all the asexual types of reproduction system. First we see the fission. In the fission we study the two kinds of fission, binary fission and the multiple fission. In the binary fission, the two cells are formed from the one cell, and the example of the binary fission, that is of amoeba. Here you can see in the figure. First of all, the cytoplasm is divided, and then after the nucleus is divided, and from the one cell, two cell is arise. Then the multiple fission. In the multiple fission, the many cells are formed, and the example of the multiple fission, that is of plasmodium. Then after we see the fragmentation. In the fragmentation, the organism breaks up into the smaller piece, and upon the maturation, each piece is developed as a new individual. For example, Spirogyra. This is a whole piece of the Spirogyra. Whenever it is broken down from the anywhere, then it is developed the rest of the part, and then it is a work as a new individual. So this kind of example of the reproduction, that is of fragmentation, asexual reproduction. The next, that is of a regeneration. In the regeneration process, if the organism is somehow cut or broken into many pieces, so the each piece are able to grow into a complete organism, then that is comes under to the regeneration part. And the example of the regeneration, that is a planaria and the hydra. Here you can see in the figure that the planaria is cut it down into the three pieces. So this each of three piece able to develop the rest of the whole body, and later on it is a work as an individual. So this is the example of the regeneration. After that we see have seen the budding. A budding process, in that the bud is formed which is developed into the tiny individual, and it is detached from the parent body when it is a mature, and it is developed as an individual. For example, hydra. Here you can see the one parent, that is a mature one. At the parent body, one bud is formed. After this bud is developed, and then develop into the baby bud, and when this baby bud is become a mature, then it is a detached from the parent bud and work as an individual. So this is the example of the budding. Now the next topic, that is of vegetative propagation in a plant. So in many plants, the new plants develop from the vegetative parts. Vegetative parts means a parts which is not comes under to a reproductive part, like a ovary, flower, etc. Rest rather than that parts means the roots, stems, leaves, that comes under to the vegetative parts. First of all, we see the root. vegetative propagation by the root. So the example of the vegetative root propagation, that is of dahlia and the sweet potatoes, means the plant can develop their structure by the roots, and their example is the dahlia and the sweet potato. The next one, that is by the stem. So the example, that is a potato and the ginger. And by leaves, the biophyllum, because the leaf knots bear buds which develop into the plants.